This is how I basically made all my horns. So first you gotta Dremel those edges. Then put some glue. You wrap it up and put some tape. Then you gotta draw your desired shape, I guess. Cut this out. I used 2mm EVA foam for this, and make sure you make it a little bit longer than you need because you need it. Then you make a first test and then glue it on. Cut the excess. And ta-da, you have your horn. The shoulders. So first I made like a base thingy with 5mm EVA foam and some LED foam, and then constructed the base horns and finished those. And then I basically poked holes or adjusted the holes to fit the horns in. To secure it even more, I put some hot glue. So I made this part new because I wasn't quite satisfied with it. I had to do it like actually 2 times in total. It was quite difficult to do. But yeah, I didn't like it in the first place because it had like too many gaps and seams, wasn't perfect enough, wasn't big enough, and yeah. Then I sculpted all the little detail, organic shapey things with foam clay. And put the rest of the horns. Then I painted the whole thing silver, and how I made all the shadows. I will explain that later on in the video, so stay tuned. Now the headpiece is basically just 5mm EVA foam with a little bit of foam clay sausages, bony things, resin horns, and then yeah, a little bit more foam clay and some horns. That's it. the leg. So basically the arms and the legs are quite similar. The legs have some layers, as you can see here. Then I basically put some sausages in foam clay. Then you can see here the arm, where I made like a pattern with duct tape and sausage clay, so nothing different from that. You can see the difference here. The breastplate is basically like this, but as you can see on the rib part for the bones, I had like too many strips and the dragon head was too long here. And here you can see I shortened it and also shortened here the head of the dragon, as you can see. And yeah, shortened the breastplate even more because it was just too long. For the attachment at the back I used Velcro and made some basically brass strips for the shoulder attachment. I think the reel explains better than I could how I made the overknees, but also used this technique to make my arm. I used the old leggings for the pattern basically, and also for the arms I just drew around my arm. And yeah, as you can see, I sewed everything here, put some holes and some scrap pieces, and this is how I made it. Just a little skeletal. For the cape, I first made a paper pattern, then cut this whole thing out, and I also used some ironing on inline thing to make it a little bit more stiff, because yeah, it has like those parts where the cape kind of is like stiff, and I wanted to have this to hold the shape basically. And how you can see here, I sewed everything and then put this like that, like flipped it over and sewed it on. Then I dremeled the edges, put some holes with fire too. This helped me to make it more realistic basically, and yeah. So this was my base thing with beveled edges, and I basically glued the circle thingy with the X onto this part on both sides. Then I glued on my little half horn. Then you can see here how it looks like. And yeah, as you can see here, I used a kind of base to hold it in shape, so they won't look so much glued on, I would say, to prevent it from falling if I move too much. And yeah, the attachment is basically just a little teeny tiny strip of Velcro. As you can see here, I basically made like a basic silver layer first. That took like forever, I guess. And here I used black silvery paint to like give it like more deepness and highlighted things, and like basically deafen all the battle damage, of course. And yeah, painted the X blue. So I made first this really basic pattern with some fabrics. Then I made this little thing. The base is like 5mm EVA foam and covered it with scales, and just put some Velcro as an attachment. So for this I used 5mm EVA foam as in base, and then yeah, glued on these little horns. Used 2mm EVA foam to cover it again. And yeah, here you can see it. It looks like grown out of it, and this makes it like smooth but wild and velcro. So this is the finished cosplay after 1 year of hard work, and I also have a quite cool thing I wanted to announce. So I wanted to announce that you can buy cute stickers from me. It would also support my next works. So you can buy the dragon, a cosplay related sticker, and the Sindragosa. And if you are interested, it would help me a lot. Thank you for watching and bye!